Chaw! Chaw! Trying to do the nuclear man fingernail growth weapon thing. Chaw! Superman 4: The Quest for Peace. I think everyone knows where this review is going to be going. Released in 1987 and is directed by Sidney J. Furie, who is also behind such films like Appaloosa, Lady Sings the Blues, Gable and Lumbar, and Iron Eagle. And this film is starring, reluctantly, I believe, Christopher Reeve, Gene Hackman, Jackie Cooper, Mark McClure, John Cryer, Sam Wanamaker, Muriel Hemingway, and Margot Kidder. One day, a little boy in school is asked by his teacher, how would you fix the world and the raising tension between the Soviet Union and the United States? Well, this boy comes up with the brilliant idea that Superman should intervene and get rid of all the nuclear weapons that both parties have. That way, this planet could finally be at peace. Well, Superman finally decides to get off of his fat ass, and he does exactly that. He takes all of the nuclear weapons on this planet and throws them into the sun. That way, no one has them. However, one of those weapons has been hijacked by Lex Luthor, and once it reaches the sun, it explodes and births the new supervillain for Superman to take on, Nuclear Man. So it's Superman versus Nuclear Man, the exact thing that we want in the time of Cold War, especially as it's coming to an end between the Soviet Union and the United States. Let's put these two warring powers together to have a throwdown on the moon, and with nails that can cause radioactive reactions. Superman 4: The Quest for Peace is typically known as one of the worst superhero films ever made. It's definitely one of the worst films ever made. And it's one of those films that almost became the death of the superhero genre in Hollywood, in the main movie sphere. But eventually Batman comes along and saves it, but then Batman also tries to kill it in 1997, but then Christopher Nolan saves it again with Batman Begins, and everything is all hunky-dory now. And while I agree that Superman 4 is pretty goddamn bad, it is to that point where it is so bad, it is so hilarious, and it's so enjoyable to watch. The superimposing of this one visual scene of Superman flying directly at the camera, almost in every action scene where he is flying on the subway, when he is up there in space saving the Soviet astronauts, when he's fighting Nuclear Man several different times, we have this superimposed image of Superman just flying at the camera. Like, you can tell the budget here is just shit. It is just chopped, and everyone's like, okay, can we just wrap this up? This is not going to be good. This is terrible. Let's just finish this, please. Because there comes a moment in here where Superman gets scratched. It's so funny. Superman got scratched. He does get scratched, and because of that, the nuclear radiation is aging him. He has gray hair at some points, he has wrinkles, and then he goes back to his family's farm where he sees that green crystal again, and it heals him. And then from out of nowhere, he shows up, and he knows that Nuclear Man is looking for the hot daughter of the new editor of the Daily Planet. It's so bad, but I laugh every time when I watch this movie. And if a movie is generating those emotions in me, I can't fully hate this film. I would watch this a million times more than watching Superman 3 ever again, because it's clear that the filmmakers just gave up, threw their hands up in the air and said, you know what the fuck ever, I don't care. Lacey, who's the Daily Planet editor-in-chief's daughter now, there's a moment where she is flown up into space to the moon without a spacesuit. She has her business attire on, and Superman is still able to save her and fly her back down to Earth gently and safely. These are the moments where I'm like, okay, we're just giving up now. The first thing you did in this movie was save several Soviet Union cosmonauts in their spacesuits on their space station, and they needed suits to survive. But here is a Daily Planet daughter of the editor-in-chief who is able to just go up there in her business attire and she'll be fine. You know what? That's a strong, empowered woman right there, people. Not to mention that I also think that the budget for costuming got cut for this film, because the suit that Christopher Reeve is wearing, it definitely seems sun-faded. Like, this is the original suit from the first movie, and it was on display, and the sun was hitting it a little too much, because the colors are they're very grayed out. They're very sun-faded. For all the technical nightmares between all of the terrible line deliveries and the terrible acting, the terrible special effects, we still have Christopher Reeve as Superman. And even through all of the shit and all of the terribleness that this film is, he is still great as Superman. The moment when he goes to the UN and asks permission to speak in front of everyone, and having him talk about how he has been a visitor, he is an alien to this planet, but today I'm taking a stance. I've been told not to interfere by my father and my mother, but I can't sit by and watch all of you destroy yourselves the same way that my planet destroyed itself thousands of years ago. Even through all of the shit and all of the terribleness of Quest for Peace, there are still awesome moments like that that are true Superman. Someone who is just willing to do the right thing, not for any political gain, not for any selfish agenda, just a person who is doing the right thing because it is the right thing to do. And that's Superman to me. And if you have moments like that, it's going to put a smile on my face. And then I'm going to be laughing hysterically in the next scene when we have some terrible, shitty thing happen. But in those heartfelt moments, like the scene at the UN, it just puts a smile on my face. Like, that's Superman. And that's the Superman that we need in this world right now. You can hate this movie all you want, and I don't hate this film, but I definitely recognize that it is terribly made. But it's at that point to where it is so bad, it's so entertaining. I'm going to give Superman 4: The Quest for Peace 2 out of 5 Blu-rays. So guys, if you've seen Superman 4, what did you think about it? What is your ranking of the Christopher Reeve Superman films 1 through 4? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell. See you the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.